Nigga Andre jumping.
Sure as heck gonna try.
Good, I'm glad you're here. Just remember, it's all
Nigga
our
Andre
support.
jumping in this bitch.
Listen, watch how we do, and you got a chance to be something special. Now let's see what you got.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Flex.
At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 20, Jody East.
Oh, ball hit it
From Oak Hill Academy in Virginia, this guard stands 6'1", feet, Piston 7, Brandon Jennings. From Georgetown, the 6'11" forward, say hello again to Piston 10, Greg the Goose Monroe. From Oak Hill Academy in Virginia, this forward stands 6'9" with a power lift. Meet Piston 6, Josh Smith. Numero 0, the center at 6'11" out of UConn. And big butter on the rim, this is Andre Drummond. Stan Van Gundy, your head coach.
Man, it's JayJetzon, aka Jay Flexing.
The Cavaliers.
We gotta play the first game, bro, and we going against the motherfucking Cavaliers and LeBron
Live
James.
on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Hart. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, their season hasn't been great. And
I get in, coach. Damn.
Check in. I'm on it.
So it's Detroit now. 3-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Well, loss or no loss, that was a fantastic game, Clark. They can be proud of the way they battled at least.
I suppose, but Steve, it still was a really heartbreaking loss. I mean, you hate very empty and disappointed when you come up short.
On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the 5 spot. And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA
go.
time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Jay. Just an amazing story we have here, Clark. Here is someone who has had to scrap and fight every bit of the way, but now he's made it on his own to an
I blocked that shit. All right.
You know, he got passed over by all 30 NBA teams during the draft, but he stuck with his dream, and now here he is. I mean, let's hope he can make the best of it.
Well, Dion Waiters, a Philly kid, plays with a chip on his shoulder, Clark. Always a ton of confidence.
Yeah, you know, but I like his edge and his chip, but I think sometimes his emotions get the best of him. When he gets frustrated, we've seen it affect his play and his demeanor on the court. Hopefully that's just a maturation thing with him, because if he doesn't get it under wraps.
Butler, he's checked in for the Pistons. Augustine comes in for Brandon Jennings. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Anderson Verjao. And it's Marion in for Kevin Love.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
And for Waiters, we've
Are they gonna hold me? They gonna
as with coaches and teammates, he's dismissed from the practice. His name has been all over trade talks since he's been with Cleveland. But on the plus side, he's working hard to improve as a player, and he's very gifted.
Oh yeah, gotta post them up.
Jay, he's guarded by Waiters. Offensive rebound. Here's
Really?
and a good offensive
Good putback.
and he gets the bucket.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their second win in this season series.
Thanks, Doris. And given the scoring talent on the floor, defensive mindedness definitely a key here, guys. Any thoughts?
Well, I agree, Kevin. Playing sound defense has to be their focus. If they can win the battle at that end of the floor, I think they've got a great chance to win.
Good shit.
Because if they don't do that, Steve, what happens at the other end isn't going to matter. It'll be futile. You know, you hear the question marks for Waiters, but still an awful lot of upside for this guy, in my opinion. He's got a great foundation offense.
What? That's all ball.
Himself and for others. I think his ceiling is really high as long as he stays hard-working and hungry.
That's all ball, my nigga.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And he knocks down the first one. Kyle Singler's checked in for the Pistons. And Cleveland also making a change. Jones checked in for James. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. And Augustine kicks to Drummond. Singler passes to Jay.
Oh, come on.
Second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Pistons have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Cleveland making a change here. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Ah, get that shit out of here.
King shot.
Oh, we out. Let's go.
Tie game in Detroit. And don't go away.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit this far.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
And this team is
White bitch twerk.
glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence.
Oh, kill him.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
All right, fuck this.
Struggling to find his way, and he'll take a seat.
Put me in, coach.
For the Pistons, Andre Drummond.
Oh, I'm going Brian. Come on, bro. That's my first game. That's some bullshit.
Jay's checked in for Kyle Singler. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. Jay in at small forward. The big men, Smith and Drummond. DJ Augustine out there with Jody Meeks. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Nigga, move.
Augustine passes to Jay. Just 5 on the clock. Fades away. Misses off the left iron.
I thought I was Dirk Nowitzki. Fuck you, B.
Work on the glass.
Hell no.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
LeBron on some motion.
James in the post.
Get out of here. Dog, come on, bro. They hold me.
James has got 4 points.
LeBron, they about to overpower this.
Part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
There's the screen. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Augustine with it, averaging 10 points per contest. Meeks dishes to Drummond. To the inside, Jay.
All right, good shit. Let's go.
After a nice lead pass. Jay makes the bucket. An important momentous occasion for this young guy, getting his first points in an NBA uniform. James a screen on Augustine. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. There's the pick. Pass to Marion. Fires for 3.
Had the ugliest jumper ever.
Defense guys really getting a hand up and challenging.
Shot, bruh.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
And the first half is now in the books. Cavaliers lead by
We
10.
down by 2.
We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Okay, let's get it together, guys. We're not that far out of it, and it's not going to take much to get this building going again. Listen up. I'll say this. We kept a very tight handle on the basketball, and that's something I always like to see. The fewer turnovers, the better, obviously. Keep your heads on a swivel out there. Something that worked against us was the number of shots we took in traffic. We can do a better job.
And now the third quarter.
Well, tonight, he's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. On the court for Cleveland, the two stars.
Put me in.
On and Love at the 3 and the 4. Miller is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Verjao in at the 5. Love kicks to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs.
Put me in, Coach Flex.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history.
Jay in a 2-guard. Kyle Singler is out there with Yarebko. Then there's Monroe. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now here is Miller.
And we lost.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
The bad news is you feel like a 50-year-old rec league bum, and we lost the game. You're supposed to ask me what the good news is.
What's the good news?
Good news is I don't think it's possible for you to play any worse.
Is this supposed to be making me feel better?
Nah, man. It's supposed to make you understand that it ain't just you. We all got work to do if we're gonna do something special this season. So put this one behind you, learn from it, and move on, all right?
Yeah, all right. But a 50-year-old bum, though?
If the shoe fits.
Come on, man.